Hey, what's going on, everybody? So if you would have told me that seven weeks into the NFL season, the team who, if the playoffs were to start today, that would be at the #1 seed in the AFC would be the Cincinnati Bengals, I probably would not have believed you whatsoever. I just wouldn't have believed that the Bengals would be sitting at the top of the AFC. You would have thought a team like, I don't know, maybe the Kansas City Chiefs, maybe the Buffalo Bills would be sitting up there, but no, it's the Cincinnati Bengals. And if you guys are new here and you haven't subscribed, I put out NFL news and rumors on this channel, so if that's something you want to see, feel free to subscribe to the channel down below. So if we take a look at the Cincinnati Bengals team, they just had a massive win over the Ravens, beating the Ravens 41-17. Now, if you take a look at the AFC North standings, they are sitting at the top of the AFC North at 5-2, the Ravens also at 5-2, but of course the Bengals now have the tiebreaker, and then you have the Browns sitting at 4-3 and the Steelers sitting at 3-3. So now the Bengals have beat both the Ravens as well as the Pittsburgh Steelers, and if it weren't for that overtime loss to the Packers, the Bengals right now will be sitting at 6-1, which would just be crazy. Of course, in this offseason, the Bengals have, a top 10 draft pick. They come in and use it on Jamaar Chase, who I think really has been, one of the biggest difference makers on this Bengals team, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And he's just been a beast so far this season. So far this season, Jamaar Chase, as a rookie, has the most receiving yards through 7 games of a wide receiver all time. So he's been the best wide receiver all time through the first seven weeks of an NFL season for a rookie, 754 receiving yards. And then we take a look at Joe Burrow, just how good he's been. Here are all of his stats for his game so far. Last week versus the Ravens, he threw for over 400 yards, 416 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 113.5 rating. And overall for the season, he has a 108.9 rating, which if you take a look at the top QB ratings for the NFL so far this season, he's sitting ahead of Aaron Rodgers with a 108.9 rating. So if you're sitting ahead of Aaron Rodgers in any category, you're doing all right. You're doing okay. So Joe Burrow has been balling out. He is 4th in touchdowns, 9th in completion percentage. And then if you take a look at yards per pass thrown, he's actually 2nd, sitting at 9.2, just behind Russell Wilson. So Joe Burrow has been lights out this season. This Bengals offense has been lights out this season, partly, I'd say, mainly due to the addition of Jamaar Chase. Here are Jamaar Chase's stat lines for the season so far. So last week, 8 receptions, 201 yards. You can see all those games right there. To start off, 5 receptions, 101 yards, 2 receptions, 54, 65, 77, 159. He's just been balling out so far this season. There at the bottom, you see on pace for 85 receptions, 1,831 yards, and 15 touchdowns. So I found this article on PFF by Mike Renner over there, and he was basically showing just the difference Jamaar Chase has made in comparison last year to AJ Green's production. They showed this chart right here that I want to show you guys because I thought it was pretty helpful. AJ Green, 17 catches, 56. Targets, 32nd. Yards, 63rd. First downs, 53rd. Touchdowns, 90th. As opposed to Jamaar Chase, who is leading in lots of categories. 1st in catches, 5th in targets, 1st in yards, 3rd on first downs, and 5th in touchdowns. And these are all versus man coverage. And then you add the fact that this defense has been one of the best defenses in the NFL, currently sitting as the 5th best scoring defense in the NFL, allowing 18.3 points per game. There's no telling for how far the Cincinnati Bengals team can go if they keep it up at this pace. So I'm definitely going to be curious to see if they can stay at the top of the AFC. It's definitely going to be tough. There's tons of, competitive teams. And then, of course, there's teams like the Chiefs who have been, doing pretty bad recently. But there's just a party that has to believe that at some point the Chiefs are going to get it figured out. I just don't really believe that Patrick Mahomes is done, that the Kansas City Chiefs team is done being dominant. Maybe they'll figure it out. If they don't, that would be a little bit shocking, but we'll see how the Cincinnati Bengals team can finish off this season. If they can, make a deep playoff run, it will be interesting to see for sure. But that's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you guys want to see more NFL news, NFL rumors, all things NFL are on this channel. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.